I'm Roy from Roy's Garage. Today I'm going to be working on a 2010 Lexus GX460 4.6 liter automatic. I'm going to show you how to replace the engine oil and the oil filter. These are the tools I'm going to be using today to do this job. Two different length 3/8 ratchet, two different length 3/8 extension, 14mm socket, 12mm socket, two different flat tip screwdrivers, my cup type oil filter wrench, a funnel, and my drain pan. These are the parts I'm going to be using today to do this job. Customer brought his own oil and oil filter. This is a 020 full synthetic engine oil and an oil filter. So I'm going to be removing my engine oil filler cap. And I'm going to be putting in my funnel. Now we're going to go underneath the vehicle. Okay, so we're under the vehicle. So now I'm going to be removing the oil pan drain plug. But first I got to remove this plate. There's two bolts that uses a 12mm socket. So we're going to be removing this plate. Okay, so I'm going to be removing this drain plug. I'm going to be using a 14mm socket to remove it. So I'm going to be putting back my oil drain plug. The gasket is stuck on the pan. Just leave it. Just reuse it. Nothing wrong with using the old gasket or washer. So now I'm going to tighten it up. Putting back this plate. So the filter is up in here. We're going to have to remove this steel plate. Okay, the filter is right up in here. So we're going to have to remove this. Okay, so we're going to be removing the oil filter. So I'm going to be cleaning this guy up with some brake clean. I'm going to be changing the O-ring. Putting my new filter in. So I'm going to be oiling up my O-ring. That way when you screw it in, it's just going to slide in. So I'm going to be cleaning up the block. Be putting in my filter. So now we're going to be putting this steel plate back on. So I'm going to be adding in 8 quarts of this synthetic oil. So I'm going to be removing the funnel. I'm going to be putting on my oil filler cap. Make it real tight. So I lowered the vehicle. Now I'm going to start it up. So I'm going to let it run for a little while. Okay, that should be good enough. Now you can shut it off. So now we're going to be checking the engine oil level. So I'm going to be pulling out the dipstick, wiping it down, putting it back in, pulling it out, and we'll check the level. Looks like we're going to have to add another quart. Okay, so I'm going to be adding in 1 more quart. So I'm going to be opening up my oil filler cap, putting the funnel in. I'm going to add 1 more quart inside. That's going to be a total of 9 quarts. So I'm going to be pulling out my funnel again, putting on my oil filler cap, tightening it up. And we're going to recheck the engine oil again. So we'll be pulling out the stick, wiping it down, sticking it back in, pulling it out. Perfect, right up to the full mark. So that's how you change the engine oil and the oil filter. Don't forget to subscribe, give me a thumbs up, and I see you in the next video. Aloha.